started walking and worn out already. Alright, off we go. So, narcissism. These crazy birds, like someone was saying the other day that they're very short-sighted, which is a good word for them, meaning that they don't think ahead. They want to attack you, they want to win a battle, but they can't win the war because they just don't think that far ahead. They just want instant gratification and they want to instantly beat you. And because of that, they can't beat you. Like putting locks on all the doors in my house. What did that prove? That just wasted my time. And it was a pain in the neck, but I got through it. And as childish as it is, them leaving their furniture all through my house, I'll get through that as well. Like, it's just a waste of time what they did. And this is what they love to do. They love to try and piss you off, try and intimidate you. And they think, I'm just going to leave the stuff there to let you know I'm not actually really leaving. I'm planning on coming back later, but that's not happening. That's never happening. I'm done with this person, and once you're done with a narcissist, they feel it. They do, because they keep checking for openings, but there's no openings for them. Like when you keep no contact with them for a long time. Like last night I was up quite late just to move all that crap around. Now that I have access, I just thought I don't want all that crap in there. So just chucked a bunch of stuff in the garage. Slowly but surely we'll get rid of it all. But there's even bowls that they hoarded from me. Like, what are you gonna eat out of now? There's no bowls. Like, just stupid stuff. Like, why would you do something like that? A normal person definitely would not. And when someone treats you with kindness and they absolutely do everything for you in your life, and there's no gratitude, no appreciation, like they just expect it, and on top of that they think that it's replaceable. Like, the next person they find is going to be full of grace, is going to be really nice, is going to do everything for them. And the thing is, the only reason they got away with these things for you because you had the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, you had love in your heart. Like, I was born this way. A lot of Christians say that it even says in the Bible that He will give you a new heart. But I think He just gave me that in the womb, because I always had a love of people and a concern for people. Like, I've always been worried about everyone else before myself, and I've had to unlearn that to an extent, that not to be a people pleaser, not to love people so much, like set boundaries, things to protect myself. The love's still there, but I've just got to protect my own heart. And the thing a narcissist doesn't realise is the heart is the greatest strength. Like, it's the thing that gives me my strength. Like, that kindness, that peace, all that comes from the great joy of me loving on other people. That is the strength of an empath. Like, she always viewed it as a weakness that I was kind to her, that I did things for her. But now she's got nobody to do things for her, because all her narco friends don't want to help. Like, they love putting people down. They'll always help her, like, sabotage people's lives. But when it comes to helping her or helping others with anything, Like they're like, oh no, that's disgusting. Why would we do that? Like they view everything that's nice as weakness, as horrible, and so basically, when the narcissist leaves you, don't worry about it. Like they're the ones that are losing out. These losers leave you because they are so wrapped up in their own head and their demons that they actually don't want to leave at the time, but because they've always done it, and they've always done this thing in those cycles, like they love bomb and then they devaluate and then they discard, like it always comes in an order, and whether they want to or not, they're a slave to their own demons, and they don't even realise they're not talking to themselves, they're talking to their principalities, the powers that rule them. But they've become so used to them, and they've hardened their hearts so much that they're basically a demon themselves. That's why they can't tell the difference between their voice and a demon's voice, because they don't just serve them, they love it. They love being that evil, wicked person, and they're never going to change. Even when they get humbled by God, when He's like, all right, I'm going to make you go through everything you did to everyone else times 10. They're just going to be going, oh, life's unfair. Everybody leaves me. I can't trust anyone. My ex is sending text messages to people saying, oh, I can't trust men anymore because of Jamie, what he did. And I did nothing to her. I did nothing at all. The only thing I ever did to her was when she discarded me that final time, I didn't take her back. That's literally all I'd ever done to her, but she's got a massive rap sheet. She did so many bad things to me, it's not even worth listing. But, I'm sort of glad, because it told me what sort of person she was, what sort of family she came from, and it told me she's of no value to me at all. She doesn't bring anything to the table. See, I put her on a pedestal and sort of saw the best in her. And I always have the ability to do that. I can see the best in everyone. Like what people see as trash, I can see treasure in. But the thing is, when you've got someone that's a stiff-necked, stubborn person that's just wants to do evil, then you can't work with that. You can't. They're not capable of change. A narcissist. See, God's watching the whole time, and He was watching when this loser kept coming after me for no reason. She'd keep inviting me out with her friends to parties just to use me as entertainment for her friends. I'd come along thinking I was there with my loving partner, and that she just wanted me to sit out the back with the boys because, that's what the boys do. But no, so she could run schemes, so she could, hang out with other men right in front of me, and just anything she really wanted because I was out of earshot. And every time I'd look over to her, she'd be chatting to a different person. And I didn't think much of it because I trust easy. And why wouldn't you be able to trust your partner to do the right things? But little did I know what a narcissist was. I've dealt with narcissism my whole life, but I never had a label for it. I never knew what it was. And in my case, the main narcissist was my brother, and it's I just figured it's because of the drugs he's on. I didn't realise that it was something, on a whole nother level. But now I know what I know. I can sort of understand everything that happened better. And yeah, once you find it out, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But you can't view it as a mistake. You can't view, some people say, oh, I had 7 7 years I wasted that went down the toilet, and it's like, that's not true. God never wasted any of that time that you spent there. He was using it, to develop you, to make you a stronger person, to show you that not everyone's good. And sometimes you need to be shown, you can't be told. You need to be shown how evil people actually are. Like this person that I'd done no evil to, fully accepted me in their life, but never valued me, never showed me any kindness, was just secretly hated me. And the only time kindness was shown was as a performance in front of her friends. And the vile thing she did to me, I would never imagine a person could ever do to another person, let alone someone that loved them and put so much energy into them and their kid. Like, how can a mum, when she's with a man that accepts her kid fully and shows him so much love, how can she then turn on that man? But she didn't just turn on me, she used her son against me as well. So it was triangulation. It was like fighting with two narcs all the time. And see, the narcs are quite sickly people, and they do such evil like you would never dream of. Like, the narcissist and her son had an incestuous relationship. There was incest involved in their relationship, and I don't know what level, but it was there. And the thing is, it was really unhealthy, and for the longest time they shared the same bed, and they probably do again now that she's moved out, because that's one of the things she always had to do. She had to sleep in her son's bed before she'd come into our bed. Like, she'd have to sleep with her son first, and you figured it was just motherly instinct. It's just because he's young and immature. But no, he was 11 at the time, and this kid had problems. Like, he would go sit on the toilet with his iPad for an unreasonable amount of time, and I think he was just doing rude things in there. And because of his relationship he had with his mother, like, he just didn't, she messed him up, let's put it that way. And she never wanted to change. Like, she thought this was just normal. She's just like, oh, everybody does that with a kid. It's like, no, they don't. Like, when I was 6 years old, I had my own bedroom, my own bed, and I never slept with my mum like that for years. Like, I don't think I was even in my mum's bed past 2 years of age, and it's unnatural. Like, you've got a husband, and then your kid comes running into the room and trying to jump on the bed when your husband's in there too. It's like, are you serious? Like, I got him out of that habit quickly when I first come on the scene, because I'm just not putting up with that. Like, it's just not normal behaviour. Like, I can understand if you got a kid that's like 4 or 5 and he runs in and does that, fine, but not when he's like getting up to 8 or 9 years of age and you're going, hang on a minute, this is a bit much, and the narc never wanted to stop sleeping with her son. Like, even like when we broke up, she had her own room. Like, she took over 3 rooms in the house, changed all the locks. I couldn't get any access in there. It was never talked about. It's just like, oh, if you got the master bedroom, I'm just taking everything else. So she had these extra rooms, so she could have slept in her own bed. But she, for months, slept in the same bed as her son. And I remember I got in there one day, and it stunk. It just stunk of sweat. It was the most foul smell I'd ever smelled. And this is how they really live. And narcissists, when they're not with you, they just don't care about personal hygiene, and she's got that incestuous relationship with her son. So they don't really worry too much at that stage, because at least they've got someone in the bed. That's like a narcissist always has to have supply somewhere, and they love to play these little head games with their kids, because they want their kids to worship them as well. Like, and you're probably thinking, oh, Jamie, that's crazy talk. Why would mum ever do that? Well, when every single thing that goes to mum's Apple phone goes to her son's phone, I'm talking about all the nasty text messages to her boyfriends, all the pictures of all her boyfriends, all the slutty outfits she wears and the slutty photos go to her son's phone as well. Like, just think about that for a minute. Like, is that normal behaviour? Like, but this is what the narc does, and everything is mirrored to her son's phone. And I'm thinking, a son at that age should not have a phone. Like, they really shouldn't. The only reason he does have one, because he was supposed to be taking the bus, and I think he took it like twice and just kept the phone. And he shouldn't have it, because it's been proven with what he's been looking at, he shouldn't have it. But this is the thing, the narcissist wants her son to have a phone because she wants to be worshipped by him. She wants everything she does to be on the phone. And it's like, she tells people, oh, it's okay, he won't look at that. And it's like, oh, okay, so why are you giving him the temptation to look at it? Like, it's just not how a parent would behave. Like, you wouldn't want your kid to be saying stuff like that. And there's a lot of single mums out there that are like, well, I have my son 50-50 or my daughter 50-50, and then I go and play. Then I go out to the nightclub when I don't have them. Then I go and meet other men. I'm talking about the promiscuous women. They go out, they sleep around, but the kids know nothing about it. Like, they don't want the kids to know. But the narcissist wants the kids to know every dirty detail of their life. And this is the scary thing about them. They completely wreck their kids' lives. And I tried to help her get through it by taking her kid's phone off him. I did that. He must have been without one for 3 years, and his life just got better. Like, he started acting like a normal kid again. But the sad thing is, it didn't matter what I did. His mum wanted him to see all the dirty stuff on her phone, so she would just give him her phone. Like, oh, we're at a party, but yeah, go play on my phone for a while. And it's like, I've just basically told him he can't have one. Why are you giving him this phone? And it's because they want to be worshipped by their son, and they want him to see all the people that they're with, so that she can say, oh, look at your mum, look at how sexy your mum is, she's got all these men after her. Like, they're that wicked. They don't see the stupidity in their actions. Like, this is a kid you're dealing with. But because they have an incestuous relationship with them, that's their just another partner to them. This is how sick they are. And I've had concerns about their relationship for a long time, but I also am at the point where I'm like, God's told me it's not my problem. That's he'll work that out. It's got nothing to do with me anymore. I'm out of that situation. So, but yeah, it's just it's what they do. It's the strangest behaviour. Like, everything, like, literally nothing's hidden from the other phone, because they're both. It's like having a clone of your phone. It picks up everything that goes to one phone goes to the other. And yeah, that's just how wicked they are. I couldn't think of anything worse, but you know, it's the chains of bondage over on us. They don't realise how subdued they are by the devil. Because, like, I'm going outside walking my dog, right? That's a choice I made, something I wanted to do. Maybe I didn't want to walk Grace so much because she's a pain in the bum, but I realised that she needs to see Daddy sometimes, and so yeah, I made the conscious decision to walk her. But a narcissist is sort of chained down to their decisions, that all the sick things they're doing, half the time they're only doing it because they're guilty of the other 6 things they've been doing. So they got to keep the cycle going. Like like all the bad things they do to you, they're guilty and they feel shame for, but they just try and hide it from themselves. They push it down by doing even worse things. Like when they leave you, they're actually 10 times worse. Like they'll start taking a lot more risks, a lot more chances. They'll get a lot more STDs because they just think, oh, I'm just going to sleep around. I've been in a marriage for years and it was slavery, and it's like they view the marriage as slavery, but the thing is they never committed to it, so it was never slavery. It was just something written on a piece of paper because they never followed through with anything that they agreed on. It was as if they were single the whole time, but just the fact that you left and didn't come back, they think that gives them grounds to just be extra wicked, extra naughty, and basically, if you didn't want them before, after a couple of months, you really won't want them if you find out what they're up to, like, because they just get more and more wicked, and they're just sick people. Like, after learning about this relationship with her son as well, it's like, how did I ever stay with this person for years? Like, but those years were never wasted. Like, God can still use those years, and He has, because it brought me out of my shell. Like, I used to be quite shy because I'd been attacked so many times by people, emotionally, spiritually, and I just felt that, oh, maybe I'm the problem, you know? But I was never a problem. It's just I was too strong for people and they felt threatened. The problem was always theirs, but now I know that, and I've grown, and I can actually use the gifts God gave me to actually help people now. And so for all that suffering I went through, I came out refined like a diamond. The same as when Nashak, and Abednego, I can never get those names right, they went through the furnace. Nebuchadnezzar threw them into a fiery furnace, and he said to his guards, I want it to be 7 times hotter than normal. And he threw them in there, and as the guards were throwing them in, the guards burnt to death. But Meshach, and Abednego were not even singed. They were fine. But when Nebuchadnezzar looked in there, he's like, didn't we throw 3 people in the fire? And it's like, yeah, I think so. Well, there's 4 in there, and one of them looks like a son of God. And yeah, so Jesus was in the fire with them. And basically, that's how it was for me. The whole time I was there going through hell, I'd get up every morning. Like, the narcissist wanted me to just die. She wanted to hurt me till I got to the point where I was on my knees and gave up and just submitted myself to her, like, oh, you're such a goddess, couldn't do any better than you. But no, I kept just going, no, I'm a man of God, and I'm gonna represent my God. And I kept getting up, and this made her furious. It just got worse and worse. Went back to gossiping with her friends. It's not working. What else can we try? What other black magic and voodoo can we use? And this is what they do. But yeah, anyway, I probably ranted on enough. It's beautiful weather today. So God bless all of you. Remember, Jesus loves you. I love you, and have a blessed day in Jesus' name.